What's up, Facebook? What's up, everybody that know me, whoever don't know me, anybody who just willing to listen to some stuff right now. I just want to know, am I the only being down here that's tired? And you say, tired of what? Tired of everything. Tired of the tricks, tired of the lies. Just tired of a bunch of stuff right now. Because the way I'm looking at things is, how did my elder generation allow themselves to get 50, 60, 70 years old? However, yeah, I look like I'm 50, 60. It's a reason why. When you got knowledge, you stress a lot. And I had gray hair since I was 17. So, yes, I'm stressed out. And I look at like the world around me, and it seemed like nobody really cared. Nobody really want to make a change or a difference. And it's all because of lack of knowledge, and people just don't know better. So we say, what don't they know? They know everything, but they don't know nothing. And nothing is something that you need to know. I can't make myself understand how even my mom and dad, just everybody get up in a place where we supposed to be free, and we believe that we're free, but we still punch a clock, right? So obviously, to me, we're not free, because if you got to punch a clock, that means you under somebody's rules and regulations. And if you're under somebody's rules or regulations, it's just like jail. You're not free. And I know that's the world we live in today. But when we going to change? When are we going to decide that this is not what we're supposed to be doing? Books have been written. They've been put into place for us to all find our own way. And when I talk about books, I'm talking about spiritual books and things of this nature. Because in the end all be all, that's the only thing that really matters. And sorry to say, but it is. Because it's the truth, and the truth hurts. And to know that you just been lied to since the day you was born on the planet, it really just sucks. And I keep talking to people, individuals, about it. I keep trying not to put my mindset onto other beings that are in this world, because you still have to go through your path to get to where I am. And I understand that. I also understand that, that book, all the books have been around for so many years before we even showed up here, or that you think we showed up here for the first time, but this ain't your first time here. Um, the and like I keep saying the book, but the main one I refer to is the Holy Bible, because that's the only one you could really count on. It tells you everything about everything. And when you get your promotion, you're supposed to know what all things are. You're supposed to be like the Father. You're supposed to be able to identify everything. But we don't know what things are. You don't even know that you're a thing. So you didn't identify yourself yet. So that leaves us in this world of waking up every day, punching a clock. Oh, I'm free. Oh, I'm working hard. I make $20, $30 an hour. Oh, I bought this new car, I'm sitting in. Whatever. Or I got a 9 to 5, or I'm on welfare. Whatever your means of getting what I say your treat would be for yourself today. We are all just dismayed and lied to just all the time. We think that's the truth. The truth is, oh, I have a nice car. I got some nice rims. Or I got a good job. That's not the truth, man. You work for a piece of paper that you could literally wipe your butt with, flush it down the toilet, and nobody would even know you did it but you. So you're the only one that's really going to miss that piece of paper, whether it be $1 or $100 bill. And we agreed to this. We agreed to get up every day to punch a clock for a piece of paper. Where's our individual spirits that make us into the children that we're supposed to be? Why can't everybody see it? The book has been around for ages. Nobody pays attention to the people that killed Jesus. All right? I'll put it to you that way. When you look it up, you'll see. I ain't here to give out answers or preach or nothing like that. It's just knowledge is really power. And the knowledge that you are a slave to your time clock is power. But with knowledge comes sorrows, as it is written. The more knowledge you get, the more sorrow you are. I'm guilty of the same things. That's how I ended up being where I am today with the mindset that I have, is that I'm willing to change. That's what rebuke mean, is to change your mindset. So if I'm willing to rebuke my old thoughts that's saying, hey, punching this time clock is the bee's knees. You know, I got everything I want. I'm married, bought a house, kids, cars. Me and my wife both got new cars. We just got another set of new cars 6 months later. Like, come on. Like, it's starting to get real ridiculous. And we're not materialistic people. But it's trying to fill a void to find some kind of happiness down here when there ain't none, because we're supposed to find our happiness in each other. Even though my universe revolves around 3 individuals, you know, myself being the sun, my wife the moon, and my child, that would kind of give you an idea where I'm coming from. Stuff don't make you happy. I'm not happy. I'm happy with my family and I'm happy with my life, but I'm not happy with my everyday situation. Your everyday situation, to get up and put these chains on and say, hey, I gotta eat today. I gotta go clock in. What kind of madness is this? My God don't use money. My God never heard of paper money. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we working ourselves literally to death for paper? And this has been on my mind for years now. You know, I've been into my studies for a long time. I came up out of the house the way I'm supposed to, as you do when you do study. But I'm tired of working for this piece of paper. When you possess the knowledge to say, hey, guess what? Today I woke up. If you decide to call this a day, this is not what God calls a day. So I'm sorry, everybody's wrong. I woke up, and let's say today, because this is what we know as a day, this light that's shining behind us, that's not really a day, but today I want to learn how to fly planes. Guess what you should be able to do if this was my Father's kingdom? You should say, hey, there is an airport right across Philly, PIA, or PAI, whatever, Philadelphia National Airport, whatever the initials are, whatever. And you should say, hey, I want to learn how to fly planes today. You should be able to get up, find your way to that location, and go fly planes. Hey, I want to be a computer tech today. You need to find people that are already doing this and go and do that. And every day you're supposed to be able to wake up and keep trying the different things until you find your home of what you're really good at. because everybody has a job. Well, not everybody, but everyone that has a job, let's put it that way. I want to say a good 99% of us are not doing what we want to do with ourselves. So that leaves me in a state of hell, because getting up every day, punching this clock to pay for my chains that I put on myself, which would be my new car, my new house, my new clothes, whatever I'm doing is putting a chain on me, because those bills that are not paid upright and up front, you're going to be stuck with a bill, a monthly bill. So you got a chain on. That chain makes you get up and do what you don't want to do every day for something that you thought was going to make you happy. You thought that new car, those new rims, and all of that was going to make you happy. It didn't. You thought those video games and whatever materialistic things would make you happy, but it don't, because at the end of the day, you put on a chain, and that chain is bared until that debt is paid off. So my question is, when we going to wake up? We about to have the worst election on the face of the planet Earth in the history of America. You are voting for two criminals, two people that we would have never let run for president before the last election. Like, we wouldn't do this, all right? But again, this is part of our chains. That's a 6. Y'all don't know about the mark of the beast, so that's just one of your 6s. And yeah, I got a lot of knowledge. Like, I'm not sitting here just saying something because I'm upset. I'm upset because the world don't see what is clearly written. And you don't have a way to see it. And I understand that, because it took me a long time. Actually, I saw it right away. It took me a long time to stop letting other beings tell me their thoughts and believe what the books say, as opposed to what my preacher was saying or something like that. And that's where I found my knowledge, but that's where you also find your sorrows, because with great knowledge comes great sorrows. It's written all throughout the book. You don't believe me? Google a scripture, a Bible scripture that say with knowledge comes sorrows. He tell us all about it. So, yeah, I'm upset. Am I mad? No, because I know the time period I'm living in. I know whose rule I'm under currently. So it's really nothing I can do alone. This would be something that we all would have to make a decision to do. And then people would say, well, how would we know that you worked? Or how would people produce food or things of this nature? Look on YouTube. You'll see people doing things that they really, really love to do. Like, there's this guy, which is my favorite video. He works in a mall, cleans the food court. When he cleans that food court, he's flipping dishes off of the table into his bins and stuff like that. That's somebody who liked their job. So I won't allow someone to tell me, oh, there won't be anybody to stock the shelves in the store. There are people who love to do stuff like that. So why would these things still not get done? Why would the world not progress if everybody just moved from where they are to where they need to be and forget about the money? My thought process is the world going to keep spinning. It's just going to spin faster because we don't have a chain on, preventing us from doing what we're supposed to be doing. In that verse where it say you are gods, but you die as men, man, boy, that's a stat. Y'all should cry every time y'all open your eyes when y'all hear that. Every time you open your eyes in the morning, because most of y'all think y'all men and women. You're not. You don't know what it is. You don't know what God made a man and you don't know what God made a woman. So how can you walk around every day? Or when I first came up out of my mama and she called me a little boy, she put a chain on me. That was a lie. You didn't know what I was. I did not have a chance to develop into who I am. So if you didn't have the chance to develop into who you are or who you are supposed to be, you know what? We're going to have to take all the spooky words out of this, because when I say you don't know me, is you don't know my spirit. So to know my spirit is to know my personality. So you should be able to come and hang out with me and know what I'm saying when I'm speaking to you, whether I'm speaking to you in Ebonics, because I'm born and raised in the hood, or if I'm speaking to you as a sublight, because I can speak on every levels. I can go up or I can come down, go down and come up. This is part of our ascension process that y'all just don't understand. And I understand that y'all don't understand, so I can't be mad. I get frustrated. Because they use the word spirit. Spirit is your personality. Whose personality are you wearing on you? Did you know that pigs have a personality? What you call a pig, or what the Lord would call swine, is a personality trait. They do certain stuff that he don't want you to do. So he say don't eat swine. But what you have all of these Muslims and fake Israelites talking about, oh, you can't eat pork. You don't know what it is. You don't know that you're the swine. When Adam named everything, he was not naming animals. He was naming people's personalities and characteristics. But I understand. Y'all don't know. So if you don't know, how can you say you're something that you're not? That's a really good question. You can't. You kind of just got to say, hey, I'm not sure what I am. Let's see if I can find out what I am. If Jesus was an animal, he was a lamb, right? What are you? He was a lion. What are you? Don't sit here and walk around. Please don't sit here and walk around and tell me what you think. Because what you think does not trump what I know to be a fact. The words don't have the same definitions that we use on them every day. When you go into that Bible, which is a spirit of God's personality, you don't understand what he's talking about because you don't know God. Sorry, but it's the truth. And if you don't know him, then guess what? Like I said, this ain't no pushing thing or nothing. This is me just getting tired and fed up of being in this world and these chains that these beings. We're under powers and principalities. They call your police station is a principality. You know that. So whose rules are you under? Oh, you still don't know. Again, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. Knowledge is power. And without it, you don't have power. Power is to be able to see your state of condition and make a change. To make a rebuke in your mind, which is to change your mindset. Look it up, man. My bad. Y'all using the world's dictionary. That's not going to get you the answers you're looking for. When God refers to silver and gold, he's talking about personality types. But y'all got these entities that was here that stole information that did not belong to them. Try to make you think that gold is a piece of metal. Because they needed an earthly description of it, because that's all they knew was the earth. You didn't know spirit. You don't know what spirit is, so how can you know spirit? So this message is just telling jokers, like, I was one of them. I was sitting here, I was in church every Sunday, blah, blah, blah. Until you come out of the house, you don't know what's going on. I'll put it like that. In the house, you don't know what a house is. So you don't even know how to come out. In the Old Testament, a lot of the reasons came why the world is the way that it is today is because of the Old Testament. I ain't gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. It was because when we were gods, we failed. We really failed miserably. So when Adam fell, we had to get back to our godhood. That's why Jesus had to come, so that we could get back to our godhood. But we love going to work every day, paying for this, paying for that. It's people that love to fix cars. Guess what? There wouldn't be a broken vehicle on the planet if we did what we were supposed to do. Everything would be gorgeous and it's so much better. It would look like the kingdom that it's supposed to be. I just put it that way. It would look the way it's supposed to be. Well, right now, it just can't. And I understand that it can't because the mindset of everyone is just locked. I'm not trying to bore you. I appreciate anybody who did check in and watch. Like I said, this is just me on my lunch break, and I'm venting because I'm tired of punching a clock. I'm tired of working for a piece of paper, spending 8 hours out of my life every day because the world can't figure out how to read a book and understand the personality instead of the words. Every day. And like I said, I appreciate everybody for listening. Share it if you feel like it. I'd share it with your pastors because a bunch of them really need to just sit down. And I don't know why they're still... Sorry, I'm lying. I do know why they're still lying to you about everything. Because you won't show up. You won't show up if they told you the truth. And it sucks. Because I really just want to just blurt it out. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. But if I do, man... if I do, stop your growth. I'm not going to. It's like the verse that says, "My Father's kingdoms have many mansions," is a true saying. You don't know what part of the kingdom you living in right now, so you don't know what part of the mansion you in. There's mansions for Muslims. There's mansions for everybody. They living in them right now. You just can't see it. Because God teaches you how to see all things. But if you don't know what that thing is that you're looking for, you cannot see it. It's impossible for you to see it. If you don't know what you're looking for, how can you find it? Somebody say, "Hey Larry, can you go do this?" This right, but he showed me a picture of it. But he didn't tell me what it was. But I'm still able to go low. Help me take off my chain. Help me take off the chains that this world put me when I was born here. Because I've ascended and I am not what you guys call a man. If you notice, everything in that book is written to be judged. So you are judged by what you think you are. And when you come and you say you a man, which is the most harsh being of judgment that you're going to get, yeah, you better watch what you say. You better watch what you say if you're a woman, if you think you're a woman. Because again, you judge by what you are. If Jesus was a lamb and a lion, what make you think you better than him that you could be something that he wasn't? They call him Son of Man for a reason. I mean, all it does is it just takes time to read, but it's not reading, it's reading and comprehending. Because wisdom is everywhere. You just got to know how to see it. You got to know that that word light don't mean that thing that's glowing in the sky that you call a sun. You got to understand that that thing glowing in the sky that you call the sun is not the sun that God is referring to in his book. It is a spiritual book. You need to know his spirit to understand the words that are coming out of his mouth. This is God's mouth. This is when you see the word written in the book of mouth, this is what it is. It's his mind. Everybody think you eat, drink, and everything with this. No, it's not just this. There's more than one way to do everything. And we've been doing it wrong. Way wrong. You think fire is that thing that comes from a match or a lighter or striking two rocks together and start enkindling a fire. That's the earthly way of thinking of it. Yeah, so I do understand that. But there's something better, man. And I gotta get ready to go punch this clock again, man. I know y'all see it in my face. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I've been pissed for years since I figured out what's going on down here. I'm pissed. And remember, and I do remember, only you could save you. You responsible for you. You could tell somebody, I could tell you everything that I'm saying out of my face right now. But at the end of this day, this thing that y'all call a day back here with this light shining, that's on you, what you believe. Why you think Jesus said you are healed according to your belief? What was he healing? He was trying to heal your mind. It all started up here. Unless righteousness, no peace. And right now, it's no peace because there is none righteous. Amen. I'll turn this off.